Welcome to the Bang section. Today we talking about Donkey, Boosie's evil cousin turned preacher. I know what y'all thinking, that's Boosie cousin. Y'all probably think I'm gonna talk bad about the man. I'm not. Me and Donkey cool, we been cool. That's how I know Boosie, through Donkey and them. But yeah, I talked to Donkey like 2 weeks ago, Donkey's a preacher now. Sometimes it's hard to believe, like sometimes I be wondering, man, is Donkey really serious? Is he faking? I don't know, but I hope he is doing doing it the right way. But I believe he is. But yeah, man, I met Donkey in East Baton Rouge Parish Prison in the Q building on Q1 and 2. Donkey ain't no big old dude. Donkey's probably 5'4", 5'5", little bitty dude, short, small. Like he's probably smaller than Boosie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his exact height, but I know he's a little bitty dude. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't move like a little dude. Donkey was a warrior. Yeah. Donkey was about his business. Unlike his cousin, but yeah, Donkey was really about that life, you heard me? Really, Boosie's rapping Donkey's life, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So boom, I was on Q1 and 2, and I'm in there chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at the table one day writing, and Donkey came over there and like, what's up, man? We started chopping it up. Me and Donkey got cool. Matter of fact, Donkey whooped the dude I know who was online with us in East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. The time I met him, probably like 2 weeks after I met Donkey, that dude named Trell from Atlanta. Trell was like my height, like 6'5". Donkey probably about 5'5", you heard me? And they got into it over something. I don't remember what they got into it over, but I remember Donkey teed off on Trell. Boom! But he had to jump up. It looked like, the little dude on Mike Tyson's Punch Out, we have to jump up. Boom! Boom! He jumping in there. Man, Donkey jumped up and boom! 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 Then Donkey had dude folded over. Boom! 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 Donkey whooped Trell back there. Anybody who was online with us, y'all remember this Q1 and 2, probably 2003. Something like that, 2002. It was a long time ago. Anyway, yeah, Donkey whooped Trell, you heard me? And I was like, whoa, that little dude just whooped that big dude. That was my first time seeing something like that. Somebody that small whooped somebody that big so bad. He whooped him, had him folded over and working on him. Like he had broke him down to his size and boom, 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 boom. I said, damn. This little dude got heart and a little pair of hands on him. And then Donkey had a fight with Terry Boy in the parish. You heard me? Donkey had a fight with Terry Boy in the parish. Whooped him up under the table, you heard me? Terry Boy, that was one of the dudes. That's Boosie baby mama's brother. One of the dudes. He had, something happened to Terry Boy. They got eliminated. But yeah. Then we got out of jail. I would see Donkey in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That was my partner. Donkey used to come over to my click house. My little trap house. We'll see in Baton Rouge, we call it click house, but y'all call it trap house. Donkey used to come to my click house, trap house, whatever you want to call it. That was my partner. He used to come get that good gas from me. Yeah, me and Donkey was always cool. Like, I call Donkey, like, hey, man, look, you got a lick I can't get to? Or he'll call me, you got a lick that I can't get to? You know what I'm saying? Boom, we'll put each other on licks and everything. And yeah, Donkey was on demon time, you heard me? He wasn't nothing like Boosie. He was really, really about that, you heard me? And yeah, I ain't really got nothing bad to say about Donkey. Donkey was living like that, man. I remember me and Donkey was messing with the same girl, Robin. Yeah, shout out Robin, you heard me? I used to come on the boulevard and full of them exos, you heard me? And sneaking Robin house. She like, don't let Donkey catch you in here. Like, man, I'm not worried about that. I came over here for one thing and one thing only. You heard? But I thought yeah, I used to be ducking out. We used to met with the same girl. That wasn't his girlfriend or nothing. It was just, one of them things, you heard me? But yeah, Donkey was a real one, man. Donkey was about his business. Now, Donkey turned into a preacher. He's a preacher now, out there in Atlanta. I talked to Donkey like 2 weeks ago. I was telling him, hey man, get your cousin, call your cousin, tell him stop all that lying, cause he making himself look stupid to you, Bronson, all y'all whole family. He like, no, I'm not gonna call my cousin and tell him nothing. Y'all need to stop, man. Y'all need to stop. This is foolishness. And hearing Donkey talk like that is like, whoa. Cause I remember Donkey, back in the day, if all this was going on, I probably would have had to go to war with Donkey, you heard me? And why sometimes I be wondering, is Donkey faking with all this preacher stuff? But I don't think he is. I think he really living righteous now. Because I probably would have had to go to war with Donkey the way I be talking about Boosie now. But sometimes I do wonder, like, because if you knew how Donkey was back in the day, Donk was vicious, you heard me? Well, y'all know him as Donk, you heard me? I know Donkey, you heard me? Donkey Trell. But yeah, Donkey was vicious back in the day. So knowing how he was back in the day, I'm like, yeah, if he wasn't no preacher, I'd probably have to go to war with Donkey behind all this stuff with me and Boosie. But I had called Donkey, like, ever since me and Boosie had our falling out. I talked to Donkey 4 or 5 times, and I be trying to tell him, yeah, man, your cousin acting like a sucker, man, trying to act like he don't know me and all this. I mean, y'all know I used to be in y'all hood every day, be over there with y'all. I be like, man, go talk to your cousin. You better go tell him. He like, man, I'm not gonna tell him nothing. Donkey always tell me the same thing. I'm not gonna tell him nothing, J-Dog. Y'all, that's between y'all. Y'all need to stop that, man. This is foolishness, man. He always say the same thing, man. This is foolishness, man. If you ever want me to pray for you, just call me and I'll pray for you. I'm like, all right, don't, bro. Because sometimes I be wondering, like, don't, man, is you faking on me? But nah, I don't think he faking. I think he really, I really think he's serving the Lord. But yeah, man, Donkey was vicious, man. Donkey had gave back a life sentence back in the day. He had gave back a life sentence on the M1 charge, you heard me? They say he allegedly smushed the dude out of Glen Oaks, you heard me? And yeah, he gave that time back. He was in Angola. He gave that time back, came home, was thugging, terrorizing the streets. But then he finally found God, gave his life to Jesus, God, and he's a preacher now. So yeah, shout out Donk, man. Continue your journey with God, man, because that's the best thing to do, man. Bang Session signing off.